Kara Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Brakate Hawa, Brakate Hawa Shai, Brakate Hawa, Brakate Hawa Shai, Brakate Hawa, Brakate Hawa Shai, the water above, called Kadash. I'd like to give double honors to the elders apostles of the Great Millstone that teaches truth, 100% truth, according to the Bible. The title of the lesson today is going to be Affliction. We're going to start off in the book of Psalms, chapter 119, verse 71. It is good for me that I have been afflicted, that I might learn thy statutes. And a lot of times us going through the affliction process is part of refining us. As you know, spoken of, I didn't pull that precept up, but as you have a fire, that's that gold that's tried by the fire. You have to get all the impurities out. When they go first find a nugget of gold and they take it and they put it through the heat the fire up and they put the gold through there, it's to separate all the impurities from the fine gold. Let's see if I can find that precept real quick. Shalaki for me not having that on deck. But just going through the spirit, and that just came up upon me. As fire is Shalaki. As gold is tried by the fire, as gold is tried, KJV, the book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 2, verse 5, or Sirach, chapter 2, verse 5. So that's going to be in Apocrypha, Ecclesiasticus chapter 2, verse 5. For gold is tried in the fire, and acceptable men in the furnace of adversity. So the adversities and these afflictions and these things, the ailments that we go through, is part of what's being tried, man. Tried in the fire to just test our faith, to see if we're going to tap in, we're going to throw in the towel, or we're going to give up, because we can't pass this little menial test here that we're going through now. We're definitely not going to pass the test in the last days when all these judgments are being handed out, and there's hell all over the earth, man, mainly here in Babylon the Great, man. Talking about Jacob's trouble and all these pestilence and diseases and things that's going to happen. And a big test that we were tried by the fire was, the C-19, just a few years back, So we deal with these afflictions, man. We don't mind, because, sometimes it's just a refining process to get us to a point that we better understand these laws, statutes, man, that we will continue to apply. So also staying in the book of Psalms, chapter 119, verse 107. I am afflicted very much. Quicken me, O Lord, Yahweh, according to thy word. So we're asking Lord to quicken us, man. It's giving us wisdom, make us, quick on our feet, able to maneuver through the spirit. So we call on the Lord that we are quickened, in these times that we're in, as we go through our affliction. Affliction could be anything. It could be your body's your body letting you down. Could be some type of disease or things that you're dealing with, or it could be some of us afflicted by financial means. Not coming up short out of sometime on your house payment or car breakdown. All these things afflict us, man. Because right now we're in the flesh. This is not our time. We're still in our captivity, and we're getting purified, man. We get that dross that's been on us, man, for so long. Because we've been so long covered in mire, raised up in this society, man. And it's a wicked society. What month are we in? I think they call it this Pride Month, when it's completely acceptable to be abominable, man, and to for one man to sleep with another man and a woman to sleep with a woman. And they got it now. You can sleep with animals and all these other things, and these things are in this wicked society and times we're in is celebrated. So we're going to go to Book of Psalms, chapter 119, verse 153. Consider mine affliction and deliver me, for I do not forget thy law. So it's just pretty much sharpening that sword, man. Sharpening and refining our skills, man, in this truth. And as we go through our affliction, man, it's just, sharpening the spirit, so to speak. So we just dig that much more further in learning this word, man, and supping with our power, man, Yahweh B'Ashem, Yahweh Shai. Stand in the book of Psalms, chapter 38, verse 6 and 7. I am bowed down and brought very low. All day long I go about mourning. My back is filled with searing pain. There is no health in my body. And many of us, as we get older, we start having back issues, back pain. A lot of us that have worked these hard laborious jobs, in our early youth, a lot of these afflictions are, starting to come back on us. We paying the price either through sports, that we've done in the past, hard labor, all these things, start to take a toll on the body, some of the jobs that we may have had. And as you get older, and myself foremost, man, I can attest to this, your body starts to break down in so many ways, and that's why we look forward to those new bodies, to being delivered up out of here, man, and given these new bodies that's not going to break down, where we're going to be immortals here on the earth. For I am bowed down and brought very low. All the day long I go about mourning. So we cry out to the Lord daily, man. Wake up in the morning, man, that pain start hitting you. You cry out to the Lord, man. Ask the Lord to come soon, man, to deliver us. And, we thank the Lord for being able to see another day as well, the first thing you do in the morning. All day long I go about mourning. My back is filled with searing pain. There's no health in my body. So a lot of brothers, in this truth, and one misnomer that's going out there that so-called Christian folks put out, that once you save, man, everything's going to be, beautiful. You're not going to suffer anything. You're not going to go through trials because the Lord is, you're saved now, and that's so far from the truth, man. The Lord's telling you, when you come into this truth, you're going to be tried, man. You're going to catch all type of hell. If you're not catching hell, then you probably may not even be a man of the Lord, So you have to check yourself, because that's the furthest thing from the truth, man. You're going to be tried. You're going to catch pure hell at times, man. But you know that the Lord is only going to let you go through so much, We still His chosen. But that's just all part of, building you up for what's yet to come. 2 Timothy chapter 4, verse 5. But watch thou in all things, endure affliction. Do the work of an evangelist. That's calling out, speaking these prophecies, man. These Bible precepts, warning the people. Make full proof of thy ministry. And it's talking about making full proof, man, is do your research. So let's go off something that's out there, because one thing in these times, they put a lot of misinformation out there, so we have to do our full research on anything that we're going to report on, anything that we're going to use it for the ministry. We have to be very diligent in our work, and one of the main things is looking up words, especially when you read these precepts, because you have to take in mind that the Bible was transliterated from one language to another, and a lot of times words didn't mean the same thing once it was changed over. So let's look up this word endure. But watch thou in all things, endure affliction. So let's look up this word endure. We go to the blue letter. And let's type in endure. See what comes back. Quite a few precepts with endure, and I'm trying to find the shortest one I can get to it. And this is, let me see, endure. And the sea shall, okay, there it is, like
Strong's H 1961. Hayah.
Hayah.
Hayah. Strong's H 1961. Hayah. Hayah.
Endure, to be, become, come to pass, exist, happen, fall out. To happen, fall out, occur, take place, come about, come to pass. To come about, to come to pass. To come into being, become, to arise, appear, come. To exist, to be in existence. To abide, remain, continue. That's like not fold in, not throwing the towel, man. It means to keep going on. Even though sometimes things may seem blight, seem like this thing is kind of dragging on, and you catching hell sometimes. We just have to endure, man. We have to make sure we finish our course, we finish the race. That's why you see a lot of these sports, you have what you call endurance athletes. They're able to endure the run, come out at the end. They save a little bit for the end. But that was definition of endure. And that was the Blue Letter Bibles that I got that out of. So we have to endure these afflictions that we're going through, man. It's just par for the course, Comes up right along with coming into this truth. You're going to have family that's going to go against you. Some of us may lose our jobs for this truth. All those things are part of our afflictions, But the Lord, is going to have your back, man. He's going to watch over you. He's going to not put no more on you than what you can bear, man. He knows exactly what he needs to get you to what you need to be if you're the chosen. So let's go to 2 Timothy chapter 4, verse 5. But watch thou in all things, endure afflictions. But watch thou in all things. So when you're talking about watch thou in all things, pay attention to what's going on, especially in the news. Things that's going on around the world. We have to be very circumspect in these times because a lot of what's going on is not being reported. So we have to do our due diligence, man. You have to, go and do your own research to find out what the hell is going on. We know that they're trying to bring through gradualism, trying to bring us into this MOTB, the mark of the beast, through this digital system that they're trying to slide in on you. Which the Lord said don't do, Don't compromise for these few riches, during this time to take that mark. Do the work of an evangelist, make full proof of that ministry. Okay, I already read that. That was 2 Timothy chapter 4, verse 5. So make full proof, do your research. Look up words, study, show yourself approved. And that's part of keeping that lamp oil filled, man. By putting in that extra work, reading your Bible and watching other brothers' lessons so you can get a better understanding of others' truth. The book of Hebrews chapter 2, verse 10. For it become him for whom all things and by whom all are all things, and bringing many sons unto glory, to make the captain of their salvation perfect through suffering. So how do we become perfect? By going through suffering, man. By putting our body and our spirit, man, through trials and errors. Part of your fasting, you're afflicting the body, you're afflicting the soul, man. You're trying the spirit when you do your fasting. And you do it for the purpose of gaining that connection to Yahweh Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shai. For it became him for whom are all things, and by whom are all things. And bringing many sons into the glory. Who the sons bringing into the glory? It's talking about his elect. It's like men of Israel. To make the captains of their salvation perfect through sufferings. So when you come to this truth, man, it's not just going to be an easy walk. Sometimes you're going to catch pure hell, But know that it's not in vain, These afflictions, these minor afflictions that we go through during this time. The book of Psalms, chapter 34, verse 19. Many are the afflictions of the righteous, but Yahweh Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shai, delivereth him out of them all. So there you go right there. He's telling you, he's going to deliver you out of them all. So don't sweat it. Don't, press too hard on it. Just cry out to the Lord, man. Cry out to the Lord, continuously, daily. And you're going to be delivered. The book of Psalms, chapter 94, verse 12. Blessed is the man whom thou chastenest, O Lord, and teachest him out of thy law. Did I say that earlier? No, I didn't. Blessed is the man who thou chastenest. Just like a child. You have a child, you want to get him to be the best man he can be. You're going to chasten him at times when you know that he's not perfect, things going off. You have to have a balance. Same thing the Lord Yahweh Ba'Shem does with us. It's all about balance, You're going to catch some of the good and the bad, especially in this truth. O Lord, and teachest him out of thy law. So how do we learn, about how we gain wisdom? Through the law, man. Through studying these laws, statutes, and commandments. But that's pretty much it, man. We go through this thing, a lot of it by trial and error. We make mistakes. And sometimes we get chastened for it, but, the Lord gives us mercy because, we still here. He could easily taken us out at any time. But all that's part of kind of taking his hand off and watching over us still, allowing us to make these mistakes, but not totally putting us to death for these mistakes that we do. Because we're not perfect, man. We can't be perfect in these corruptible bodies that we in. So a lot of these Israelite groups, I think it was Sakari, they got put on blast this week, talking about, they perfect in the law. They lying. The Bible tells you that you can't be perfect not during this time, especially in our captivity, man. We don't have those controls. We don't have bodies that we're able to follow these laws, statutes, commandments right now to the, to 100%. So that's what we look for, these new bodies, man. Look for this new world to come. So that being said, man, I pray this lesson edifying to you, Aquarium and Aquas is out there. And with that, say shalom.